Good morning. This is the second time that I have made a video today. The first one was uploaded and I believe it was seen by 1 or 2 people and not much more than that. But YouTube have taken it down. Apparently I did breach community guidelines, and so I am going to attempt to make this video again. I've not been here for ages, and part of the reason for that is because there has been no real messages from anywhere. It's been pretty quiet. And usually when it goes quiet, and it does happen often, sometimes it's a few days, sometimes it's weeks, sometimes I have experienced having no messages for months on end. And usually when that happens, it is because there is too much noise in my life. And by noise, I mean there is a lot going on. There is a lot going on around me, and there is a lot going on in my head. And sometimes the 3-dimensional world that we live in becomes very noisy, to the point where it is easy to forget who you are. It is easy to forget who you really are. And you just get swept along with it. I have, although I said I haven't had any messages, I have had something come through every single day. And it's never happened to me before. I have never had people come through who are recognised the world over, but I have had the same person come and check in with me every day for the last 2 or maybe 3 weeks. And it's never happened before. I have no message. All I get is a really big, beautiful smile with the lovely teeth that this man had in his lifetime, and the same song being delivered into my brain. And even though there's no specific message, I realised this morning that while I've been going along in my daily life, I have been picking up on how very different the world has become in my lifetime. And I'm not harking back to the past as if it was better when I was a child. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, it's almost like we all went to sleep in 2019 and we've woken up in a world that feels as though it has a world that feels like much more time than just a few years has passed. Things have changed on an enormous scale. We are very much focused on some things that are going on in the world, but our eye is not on the ball at all for anything else that's going on. There is a hypocrisy that's always been there. I know it's always been there, but this hypocrisy is becoming more and more visible to me, and I believe it's becoming more and more visible to others. Now, this person that keeps showing himself to me every morning is Prince. Can't get much more famous than Prince. And was nobody more shocked than me. And the song that keeps coming through to my ears, and if I could give you the names of the people I've actually told this to days and days ago, they will tell you that I haven't just made it up for this video. The song is The Sign of the Times, Sign of the Times by Prince. And there are some quite profound lyrics in there, and that song is quite old. I mean, it's got to be at least 20 years, probably longer. Actually, no, it probably is longer than 20 years old. And it talks about, some of the lyrics talks about, you know, we're sending people to the moon, but we can't afford to, you know, but there are people starving. It's a sign of the times. Nothing's changed since then. This has been going on for decades. But it's almost as though the hypocrisy and the injustices in the world are becoming more and more visible. So check out Prince, Sign of the Times. It's almost as if the heart has gone out of life. It's almost as if the heart has gone out of it and it's been replaced with something else. And to me, it seems as though we are more and more focused in the Western world on not daring to hurt other people's feelings, and we are tripping over ourselves to avoid hurting people's feelings at the expense of truth. Now, you can take that any way you want to take it. That might mean something different to every one of you, and it might mean nothing at all to some of you. But the heart has gone out of life. Life now seems to me quite alien. People have become so different. People's opinions have become so outlandish. The way we live our lives now is all about control. And we have become lazy. And we sit here waiting to be entertained. Every bit of information that we get, we can get through a click of a button, which is a brilliant thing. It's a good thing. But we now expect that everything we know will be delivered to us through channels that we choose to watch. There is no discernment. Many people have stopped thinking for themselves. Many people have stopped looking into things themselves in order to formulate their own opinion. It's like a herd. We're just following the latest trend in thought. In the material world, the things that we buy, we're following the latest trend. In thought, we're following the latest trend. Many of us. And it's alien to me. I don't like this world. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not about to chuck the toaster in the bath or anything like that, but I don't like where it's heading. If we're going to include people, if we're going to protect people, if we are going to be on one side of a fence or another, we really ought to be championing everyone and not just the ones that we select because we've been told to select them. It really is time to fix the holes in your own net. And we have a card from the Tower of Mystical Moments, and we have the Knight of Cups. And here we have a person who looks like an Indian lady. She looks as if she's in Indian traditional dress. She's sitting on a lotus flower. It's a pink chakra. And the chakras are traditionally seen as flowers, lotus flowers. It's a pink. Pink is a heart chakra. And she's holding a heart with a hole in it. The Knight of Cups. There's a hole in the heart. Fix the hole in your net. Fix the hole in your heart. And how do we do that? How do you fix the hole in your heart? Well, first of all, you have to recognise what that hole is. Secondly, you have to recognise that the hole in your heart, or the hole in your net, if you like, has been formed over a while, over a long time. We often think with our minds. We think through what we see, what we hear, what comes through to us, what we can smell, what we can taste, what we can touch. But the hole in the heart is something that we cannot see, hear, taste, smell or touch. There is something missing in the world right now. And whatever hole it is in your heart is individual to you. I know the hole in my heart is the fear of offending. Because if you offend, or you say something, or you have a conviction, free speech, let's just call it free speech. Free speech is okay as long as the powers that be tell us that what we are saying is okay. But if the powers that be tell us that our free speech is not allowed, what happens these days is that we don't have an adult conversation. We don't have a debate anymore. We don't see two sides of an argument anymore. What we do, if we don't like what we see, we cancel. We cancel people. We ignore people. We remove them from platforms. We ridicule people. We punish people. There is a hole in the heart of the world right now. There is a hole in the heart of the world right now. Tolerance comes from debate and understanding. By removing people, cancelling people, that is not showing tolerance, and yet tolerance is being preached in certain areas of life. Tolerance is, we are being told that we must be tolerant, and yet people with an alternative viewpoint are not being shown much tolerance. That is the hole in my heart. And what's the next card? We have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant in traditional tarot is the Pope. But Hierophant is also a teacher. The wise old owl teaching the little girl. She sat watching intently and listening intently. What if that wise old owl, the institutions who are teaching our children, are not wise? What if they are not wise? Because the first card out is what is for us, recognising that there is a hole in the heart that needs fixing. What is against us right now? It is what we are being taught. It is what we are being fed. So what's the solution to this? We have two cards, and they happen to be two kings. And we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is emotionally stable. What is for us is our emotional stability, or our capacity to be emotionally stable. He has, it looks like dolphins or whales in his gut in the sea. Dolphins, whales are very intuitive, and I know they have some real special power. I don't know if it's sonar. I think it's called sonar. This is someone, you can listen to your gut. What is the solution to this? Listen to your gut. How do you feel? You are the king of your own thoughts and feelings. How do you feel? And we have the King of Swords. And this King of Swords has integrity. The King of Swords is strategic. He's a strategic thinker. He's an intelligent person. Listen to your gut. Use your own intelligence. Use your own intelligence. Listen to your gut. How do you really feel? Listen to your own intelligence. And this is how you can see where the hole in your net, the hole in your heart is. Listen to your gut. You'll feel as though you're being true to yourself. Be strategic. Use your own intelligence, and you will feel more authentic. Because if we are just repeating what we are told we should believe, then we are not being authentic. We are not being true to ourselves, and we are creating the hole in our own hearts. So let's have a wisdom of the oracle. And when you get a moment, get Prince up on YouTube with the lyrics and listen to the song Sign of the Times. I am not sure how old it is. I do believe it's well over 20 years old. And just ask yourself, are the things that Prince was singing about all those years ago any different to now? What's progressed? What's changed? What has got better? Has anything got better? Or are we still spouting the same old shit? What can we do? We can use our own gut feeling, and we can use our own intelligence. This one out here. We have too many again. Just a minute. Okay, why have we got this? Too many, sorry. Let me just flip through these and just give them another quick shuffle. They seem to have got stuck together. This one came out. I saw this one and it came out again, but it came out upside down. Serendipity. Serendipity, sorry. Number 18. And we have also regeneration. Number 46. 18 makes 9. 46 makes 10. 9, 10. Let's have a look. So we had serendipity in reverse. Number 18. number 18, serendipity, and I'm reading the protection message because it was in reverse. Perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one. Yet it all fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. Okay. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. So let's hope someone's going to be hitting the jackpot soon, before hitting the jackpot soon, because it does feel like wading through treacle right now, and I don't understand why. I mean, even a YouTube video with 32 subscribers gets taken down because I breached community guidelines. I don't even know what I said because I didn't even watch it back, and I didn't save the video either. Afterwards I just uploaded it and deleted it because I don't want them taking up space on my, because I'm recording on my phone. I don't even know what I said, and it had something to do with the pandemic, so I don't know what I said, but I don't know if someone's complained about that. Apologies to you if you found what I said offensive, whatever that was. No idea. So 46, regeneration, and that was also in reverse, so I'm reading the protection message. If you look at regeneration, it's almost as if in the UK, on the moors in the Yorkshire Dales, we have heather that quite often gets set light to purposely, and as all the, you know, as it dies, as the fire dies down, new growth comes. And this reminds me of the moors after a fire, when, you know, it's all burning, but then we've got some greens springing up. But this was in reverse, so it's also the protection message. Endings come in many forms, and now it is time to stop holding on to what must die, so that something better can take its place. Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You are about to be reborn. So that's interesting. So it feels like those cards are telling me that we are really at the end of some sort of difficult cycle. Let it go. Maybe I have been too caught up in what I seriously feel is an unjust and unfair world becoming more unjust and unfair, as opposed to creating this new utopian wonderful earth that we all have believed will be coming towards us after the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in 2019, at the end of 2019, and we're now in 2022 and we're still waiting for something amazing to happen. It doesn't seem to be coming. It's almost as if there is some huge attempts to stop the new from coming in. It's like the last gasping breaths of an ancient dragon, just spitting out its fire and vitriol, and giving it all it's got. Until it finally dies. I don't really know what it feels like. It feels like wrath. The last gasping breaths of wrath, of curse before some tyrant dies. That's what it feels like. It feels like, you know. And I keep hearing that. Is it? I don't know. I think it's Macbeth. A curse on. Oh no, it's not. It's Romeo and Juliet. A curse on all your houses. It's that kind of thing. So let's have a postcard from Spirit. Oh, come on. I know. So it would be nice if Prince would come through and just do that. Oh, he's been coming through, smiling, showing me his teeth. Every now and again a wink, and then he's gone. There's no words. There's no words. There's no message. There's nothing. Okay, dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. Oh, when we have the ends, 9s and 10s, the ends of a cycle, always signals a new beginning. Oh, let's have a new beginning. And a celebration would be nice. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive into and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. So far, it's just taking me band, struck off. Anyway, that is your message. I don't know if it will stay up. I don't know if I will get complaints. I don't know what I've said. I don't remember, but I will be uploading it to YouTube, and if it gets taken down, it gets taken down. I have to say what's in my heart. I have to say what's in my mind, and I have to say what I feel. And at some point, we all have to allow other people to have their own points of view, to have their own mind, and cancelling people for having their own mind, their own thoughts, their own ideas. Not a good idea. It's not a good idea. We can work through it. We can work through it. If people don't agree with one another, we can debate. We can have an argument. But we can also come away from that knowing that we've put our point of view across. But being cancelled for hurting someone's feelings, being cancelled because someone doesn't like what you say. It's not a very grown-up way of tackling life. Sticks and stones might hurt your bones, but names will never hurt you. It's time to fix the holes in your own net. Take care. Be kind. Bye-bye.